All right, people, we're back for season 2 of Loki on Disney Plus. Of course, I brought you the news the other day when we got our teaser poster that we were getting the trailer today, and we did indeed just get that official trailer, along with this actual official poster, which looks equally as awesome. And whereas the first poster, the teaser poster, featured a bunch of little Lokis running around, here we have all of our other characters. So you can see we have a little Mobius right there. There's some B-52 right up there. You got some Ravonna Renslayer. And then you go down. There's a evil Loki, or at least Loki in like his costume from the first Avengers movie. There's Ke Quan's character of Obi, and we'll talk about him in the trailer. There's Victor Timely, of course, played by Jonathan Majors. Sensitive subject right there, but there's some more Tom Hiddleston, more Loki. There's Sylvie, Loki again, more Loki, and more Loki. So yeah, great poster and also great trailer. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's go ahead and jump into this and break down the official trailer for Loki Season 2. So we open up with Loki and Mobius, of course, played by Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston. And I'm interested to see how these two get back to working together, because obviously where we left off at the end of the first season, Mobius didn't even know who Loki was. So that'll be interesting to see them kind of relearn each other, get to know each other again, and go through that whole thing, because that was his own thing in the first season as it was. So now to have to do it again, I'm really interested to see that. But they go to look for a little bit of help from Obi. So they visit here, and then Loki, he just like time slips out of existence. Well, not out of existence, but out of this universe, out of the TVA. So he time slips, and it seems like that's going to be a pretty big thing in this season, is that Loki is going to be time slipping, and he talks about how he's been slipping in and out of the past and the present and the future and all that stuff. And so that happens, and then Owen Wilson's Mobius is like, what just happened? And then we have Ke Quan, of course, Academy Award winner, Oscar winner. Ke Quan, love this guy in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Also loved him in The Goonies, all those years ago. Yeah, so I love this guy. I love that he's going to be in the MCU now in Loki Season 2. He totally deserves it. And already based off this trailer, I love it. I mean, I've seen so many interviews with this guy in the last year, and I just love him as a person too. Like, this guy and his energy is just amazing. So I love Ke Quan. I love that he's going to be in Loki Season 2. That's really, really exciting. And he's talking about here with Mobius about how this is called time slipping, and that yes, he's seen it before, yes, he knows what it is, but it shouldn't be possible to happen in the TVA. But then Owen Wilson's like, well, we just saw it happen, so clearly it is. And Loki is reading the TVA handbook. Here's our first look at Sophia Di Martino as Sylvie in Season 2. Rumors are that it'll be a future / like older evil version of her that will be the main villain of this season. Speaking of villains, though, we have Loki. He is pruning through a wall, which seems to be on the floor. There is the head of one of the Time Masters that, of course, we saw last season. That were exposed in the end to be like robots, and they were fakes, all orchestrated by He Who Remains. So Loki is like pruning off this wall, and then we get to see the face of the true man behind the TVA, He Who Remains. And, or possibly that's just Kang. Either way, it's one of the Jonathan Majors variants, and we see one of those later on in the trailer. Loki and Mobius are going on a little bit of an adventure. They're going throughout time. Not sure exactly what they're looking for. Probably Kang, or again, one of the variants. And so I love seeing Loki's powers more in play here, because that was something we didn't get a whole lot of in Season 1, at least with like the big crazy CGI, like green magic effects. Like, we got a lot of that with classic Loki, but I'm really excited to see more of that with Tom Hiddleston's Loki. And this is an interesting part for me, because Loki's like, all right, this is my way, and then Mobius is like, all right, this is my way. And it just shows these two like sitting down eating a key lime pie, and you can see all around them, covering the walls, is a bunch of these pies. Now, I'm not sure what this is. Like, this can't be just like some random bakery they stop at. Is this at the TVA? Is this like the TVA's cafeteria or something like that? I don't know, but I feel like the key lime pie is gonna have some sort of significance because we got our first look at some of the merchandise for Loki season 2, and on this pair of Loki season 2 pajama pants, that key lime pie is right there, and it says "Enjoy one slice." So I don't know if it's just gonna be a joke or if it's like having an actual significance. But either way, for some reason you're gonna want some pants to have that key lime pie on it. So, and there's Loki's reaction. And then we have an interesting look at Hunter B-52, clearly out of her element. Is this actually Hunter B-52 or is this one of her variants? We do not know. Speaking of variants, we got Sylvie working at McDonald's. Again, is this our Sylvie or is this a different one? Either way, she's working at McDonald's. I hope she wished a happy birthday to Grimace. And yeah, the timeline, it's fallen apart, as you can see, which makes complete and total sense after we saw how season 1 ended. The sacred timeline is like all in chaos now, like total chaos. And we've seen some of the ramifications of that, the consequences in Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange The Multiverse of Madness. We're definitely going to be seeing some in Deadpool 3 next year. But yeah, yikes for sure. I love this part right here. We've seen sneak peeks and like costume reveals of like they're gonna be wearing these like almost astronaut looking outfits, and I love how Owen Wilson's Mobius is like, is that a crack in that? And then Obi just sticks some tape on it. And he's like, oh, okay, you're good now. There's Sylvie again. There's Loki talking to Sylvie. Again, another interesting dynamic I'm interested to see with this relationship in this season after what happened at the end of season 1, because she like basically betrayed him and did exactly what he didn't want her to do. And you know, they were in love too, so they're gonna meet up again and it's like, hey, you're my ex now, but will they get back together? I don't know. That's the question. We will see. Again, some more Loki using his powers. I think this is an interesting shot. This is a guy we see a couple different times throughout the trailer. Not sure exactly why we're hunting him down. But I do love the silhouette here of Loki with the horns. I'm not sure if that's two different Lokis. Is that like Loki and Sylvie? Or is it just the one Loki but like projecting himself? Because, you know, he can like basically clone himself with magic. There's a nice look at Ravonna Renslayer. Interesting, especially because she left the TVA in season 1, and she has a pretty huge connection to Kang in the comics, given that she is Kang's girlfriend, so that could be interesting to see if that plays into anything here. There's another look at Loki in his TVA jumpsuit. Assuming that'll be like probably like first episode, probably, you know, he's having to explain himself, everybody thinks he's crazy, and he's like, no, all this stuff happened, you know, back in season 1. There's another interesting look at B-52. Again, not at the TVA. This time she's a doctor. So also, is that our B-52? Is she in disguise? Is she going undercover? Or is this a variant? There's Casey. Casey, of course, you cannot forget him from season 1. He was the one that was he was working at the TVA. He was the one that had the Infinity Stones in the drawer as paperweights. So I'm glad to see he's back. He was a really funny character. Again, there you see that guy who Loki was cornering in the alleyway. There's Ravonna Renslayer again, going undercover. And then we get to see the big reveal of Victor Timely. Just as we saw in the post-credit scene for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, Jonathan Majors is in Loki Season 2 as Victor Timely. And probably a couple other variants as well, but this looks like this is going to be the main one. We don't get to see any new shots of him or anything, really. It's pretty much just the same stuff. I mean, we do obviously get Loki's reaction, and we do get this shot, which is pretty cool. But obviously the whole Jonathan Majors thing is, like I said, it's a touchy subject at the moment. You know, he was arrested for assault on his girlfriend, but we're still not sure how that's going to go. I don't know when his next court date is, when the next trial is or anything like that. But at least I think, like, the most recent update, like, things are looking on his side. Like, his ex-girlfriend, who was the one that accused him of abusing her, was recently just arrested. So I don't know. We'll see, I guess. But I mean, I definitely hope that the allegations are false because I love Jonathan Majors. I think he's an amazing actor. Um, but again, that remains to be seen. Interestingly, we do have Miss Minutes in here as a ghost. Is she like dressing up as a ghost, or is she like actually a ghost? I don't know exactly how it works. I don't even know what she is. Like, if she is an actual like being, or if she is just like a computer program type thing, like an AI created by the TVA and He Who Remains. Still not exactly sure on that, but she's cool anyway. Interestingly, this says thank you for your service. Is this like maybe somebody getting kicked out of the TVA? There's a look at B-52 actually at the TVA in her full TVA Hunter uniform. And probably one of the most interesting parts of the trailer to me, Ravonna Renslayer looks like is in the void. Is this what happened to her right after season 1? I'm kind of thinking that maybe this is actually after we go to the timeline with Victor Timely, because this looks to be the same outfit she is wearing with the blouse and with the tie. That looks to be the same outfit she was wearing during that timeline. So maybe Loki and Sylvie, they catch her there and they banish her to the void. And also, what else are we going to see in the void? Are we going to get the return of Kid Loki? I think that would be really awesome. I've been really hoping for that. Maybe get some Croaky back up in here. That would be really cool. So we will see on that. And then the trailer ends with Loki and Mobius. Just a nice, fun little exchange between them. And Loki, again, duplicating himself with his magic. So Disney Plus streaming October 6th. I cannot wait for this, guys. A really great trailer. Again, this is definitely the best of the MCU Disney Plus shows. So I'm so excited to see this show is coming back. And this trailer did not disappoint. It looks amazing, and I'm so excited to see it. So, anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this trailer? Do you have any thoughts, theories, or predictions? Let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.